everybody, and thanks for joining Stamp with Tracy for today's Well Wednesday. Today's project, I want to show you a cool card technique that I've seen a lot of people using lately. Maybe you've seen it out there in the stamping world too. But it's called fractured card technique. I think it has a few other names, but that's what I'm going by because I think that fits it the best. So I'll show you a few of the cards to give you an idea. So this is one. And here is another one that I made. Now for the projects that I did today, I used the Sea Turtle stamp set on this card. And I also used from the new catalog, the oxidized copper specialty designer series paper that you'll find on page 43 in the new mini catalog that runs September 6th till the end of December. Again, it's the oxidized copper specialty designer series paper. So that's this background here. Absolutely gorgeous paper. It's like a pretty peacock with the copper going through it in a couple of different tones. So that was pretty peacock as a card base as well. And what is suggested a lot of times for this technique is to have the fractured pieces here as the same color as your card base. So I did put this on a pretty peacock card base, and I did use that technique as using the same color. It doesn't have to be, it's just another suggestion. And I did the opening this way to make it a little bit different. I don't have anything on the inside of that. And this one here, I used Lazy Days, which you saw that I used last maybe week or the week before, maybe last week, I can't remember for sure. They all run together, don't they? And I used some old designer series paper I had that was from, I believe, last year's annual catalog or last year's January mini, I'm not sure, but it had these little hearts on them. And I just loved that because I wanted the idea of saying, just, you know, loving sitting around in a rocker and enjoying yourself. It's always a good day when you take time for yourself. And I stamped the little table in there as well. I love that idea. I love that saying that it's always a good day. And in the stamp set, Lazy Days, there's a couple options to go along with it when you take time for yourself or when we spend time together, or it's always a good day when it's your birthday. So there's a couple different ways that that could work, but I just love that saying together. So then the one I'm going to actually show you on the video here today how to make, I used a saying from Something Fancy. I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration, which I think is really cute. Maybe when you're a day or two late or even a week late for somebody's birthday card. So that's the one we're going to use today. So I'm going to start with a standard thick basic white card base at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of the designer series paper. Again, this is the bright and beautiful 6 by 6 designer series paper from our annual catalog. And I picked the striped one for that. And then I have a piece of Bubble Bath that is 2 1/4 inch square. And then another piece of white that is 2 1/8 of an inch. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and glue that down with my liquid glue. You can see on the back it has the saying as well because I forgot that I wanted it as a diamond. And the first time I did it, I stamped it straight up and down. Now you can place this on this piece of designer series paper or cardstock, whatever you're using, any place that you want. So I thought with this one, I was going to try a little bit different and go up a little bit higher. So that's what I'm going to do. So instead of being centered more like I did the other cards, I am going to have it up a little high. There we go. Then I take 1/4 inch strips. Again, I'm going to go along with the suggestion of the strips matching my card base. So this time it's going to be in the white, the basic white strips. And this is a great way to use up scripts of scrap paper. We always have that, don't we? So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down there, and I'm going to come right to the edge of this, push it up against it, and then I'm going to take the next one, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue again down here, and it's just 1/4 of an inch thick, so I don't want too much glue. I'm going to butt right up against my bubble bath square, as well as my other piece of basic white. Then I'm going to do the same thing again here. This time I'm coming all the way down. And you could put that easily right on the back of your piece of stripped 1/4 inch strip, instead of on the paper, in case you're worried about going off. And then I'll have this one on here, and that one's going to come out to the edge. So again, I'm going to go right up against, I'll wipe a little bit of that off with my finger, right up against the bubble bath square that I have in the shape of a diamond, and right up against my other strip. So there I have my fractured card design. And I'm just going to take my paper snips and snip off the excess strips. Looks like maybe I didn't do enough here. There it is, it's sticking. Let me put a little bit down more. Whoops. I don't think I had enough glue here. Doesn't want to stay for me. There we go. And I'm going to use my fingernail to press right up against that. And I have my little glue erasing tool that'll take this little excess glue off right here. So then there we have that look. And if you wanted to, I'm undecided whether or not I wanted to, but I did get it out. I was thinking about maybe putting a little bow. So let's see what that looks like. I can find the beginning of this is the bubble bath ribbon. It might be too big, but let's just see what it looks like. So I'll take and do a little wrap around, make a small bow. Nothing too big. Try to get that into shape. Use my scissors to cut that. And just figure out the size that you want. I don't want it to be too domineering. And we'll put a little bow there. So I'll just use a glue dot, roll of my glue dots. And pick up with the bow. And put that right on there. I think this one's a lot longer than the other one, so I'm going to try to trim that again. There we go. And then we'll add that to our basic white card base. So it's a pretty simple card, but I love the look that you get. Again, I've seen it called the fractured card technique. And I just love this designer series paper. It's so pretty. I'll show you real quick. Again, this is the Bright and Beautiful DSP. It's double-sided. show you the other side real quick. Stars and confetti and lines, circles. Some beautiful, beautiful pieces there. And it covers quite a few colors that it can go to. It actually has Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, and Pretty Peacock. So, I hoped you liked today's technique, the fractured card technique, using up some of our little scraps of paper. Again, this was the Lazy Days stamp set. This was Something Fancy, and this one was Sea Turtle. So don't forget to like and comment on today's Wow Wednesday so that you have a chance to win 2 of the 3 cards. I will select the winner of everyone who both likes and comments, and then put their names on my wheel of random names. And where it stops, we'll get those 2 cards in the mail. Don't forget, any $40 order placed this month will also qualify you to receive my free class to go, was the silhouette cards from Lazy Days. It was the silhouette porch scenes where I did like a pergola as well as just a front porch, and showed you some masking techniques, and you get the PDF to show you how to complete that, plus all the supplies to assemble it, but no stamping is done. So again, that's with any $40 order through the month of August that uses my August host code, which is XPABQWG6. And I've always got that included in the description of my video. So thanks again for joining me, everyone. Don't forget to like and comment for your chance to win 2 cards. And happy stamping. Bye-bye.